Tako, zdaj smo naše gostjo, njena spremljevalca smo pač pričakali. Gospa Petra bo vodila ta razgovor. Jaz vas vabim k poslušanju, k uživanju in morda na koncu seveda tudi kakšnim vprašanjem. Sedaj predajam besedo in pa seveda dobrodošlica tudi v mojem imenu, gospa pisateljica in spremljevalca obema. Res smo veseli, da ste izbrali našo šolo za to predstavitev.
Warm greetings to you all who are present today, today's presentation of the book called Angel in the Neighborhood, written by Kristin Stein Dufty. So I asked the author before she came in, because you know it's kind of embarrassing if you pronounce the name not correctly. So I asked her to do it for me because it's really, really hard for us to pronounce. Special greetings and warm welcome to the author of the book, of course, to the representative of Marin Založba, Ms. Barbara Prego, and the director of Brežice Library, Ms. Teja Brinkot. It's my pleasure to extend a cheerful welcome to our principal, Ms. Maria Lučina Novak, and as well to you, my students. We know each other, and my colleague teachers, the Slovene teachers who are also here with you, and our librarian. Today's the day we begin to learn to look through the eyes of others, to find out and experience what the world is like for them. It is also the day we grow bigger than our differences and offer to everyone, regardless of historical, racial, religious rights and wrongs, a friendly welcome and outstretched hand. Let me introduce you to our special guest who comes from the most northern situated country in Europe, known by its many geysers, which is Iceland. Please join me in welcoming Mrs. Kristin Stein Dufty.
Thank you. Thank you all. Dobro dan. Right. Dobro dan. I can speak one word Slovenian. Dobro dan. Excellent. Can you tell me how your name is?
Petra.
No, and secondly?
Vaš.
Okay, that's easy. Petra Vaš, I could say that. But many names I cannot pronounce. I would like to tell you how you say Dobro dan in Icelandic. Okay? Dobro dan. Góðan dag. Yes. Góðan dag. Yeah, two words. Góðan is good. Dagur is day. Góðan dag. Góðan dag. So, I came a long way from Iceland. You understand English?
Yes.
You don't have to.
Not everything.
No, okay. I came with my husband. He is sitting there in the corner, taking care of the computer. His name is John. My name is Kristin. In Iceland, we don't use, we always use the first name. Always. If I go and visit the president, I think I would say his first name. I would not say Mr. So-and-so. We always use the first name, and I am Kristin, and he is Jon. And you are Petra.
Yes.
Yeah. And we came a long way from Iceland with flight. You know Iceland is an island, and we had to take a flight. I mean, we can sail by ship, but we hadn't the time. So we took a flight from Iceland to Frankfurt. That was 3 hours, and then we had to wait in Frankfurt. Frankfurt is in Germany, and then we took a flight from Frankfurt to Ljubljana, around 1.5 hours. And here we are. And what should I say? Iceland is very different from your country. Have somebody of you been into Iceland? Wow! And where did you?
I don't remember because I was little.
How old were you?
I don't know. I think I was in my mom's belly button.
Oh, no wonder. Oh. And Iceland is. We noticed at once as we came to your country that your country is so green. It is so green, your country. Our country is not that green. Here we have Iceland and here we have your country. Dans sína mér Ísland. Þið erum að láta það ganga hratt. So this is Iceland, and you see it on the map. And this is a very big island. Not very, but it's a big island. And much bigger than Slovenia. 5 times bigger than Slovenia. But you are 6 times more inhabitants as we are. On the whole, Icelandic people are as many as people in Ljubljana. On the whole country.
Malo da na hitro ponovim, oziroma naredimo en tak povzetek, jaz mislim, da kar večinoma razumete, ne, gospa tako lepo in počasi govori. Tole je mož, ne, po domače bi bil John, ampak po njihovo pa Jon, skupaj sta prišla, priletela sta v Frankfurt, v Nemčijo, potem iz Nemčije v Ljubljano in potem seveda sem. Potem je gospa rekla, da je, tako sta opazila, da je čist drugač pri nas, kot je pa pri njih, da imamo zelo zeleno deželo in zdaj smo bili na zemljevidu, kjer se v bistvu Islandija nahaja in da čeprav je to država, je otok, ja, in da je 5-krat večja kot naša Slovenija, pa ima samo, cela država ima toliko prebivalstva, kot ima Ljubljana samo, se pravi, da ima pa 6-krat manj prebivalstva. Verjetno tudi si mislite, zakaj, ne? Kakšna država je, verjetno bomo tudi kje še svetiti.
I understood everything. This is Iceland, and you know what that is? Ice. Those are glaciers. Ice, you're right. Ice. Very old ice. Very old ice. We used to take the ice here down when we are driving to east, and we used it for the whiskey and to get it cold, and it is about 5,000 years old ice. So we can take it for ice tubes. But Iceland has many geysers and glaciers and many mountains and volcano eruptions. We have that now. You might have heard about that. Then and then, if it would happen now, we wouldn't come home because the aeroplanes can fly. I was stuck in Finland. 5-6 years ago, as we had a very big eruption, and the flight couldn't fly because everything was silent.
Spravi te bele pikice, ki jih vidimo, to je led. Nekaj led je zelo pomembno, ker potem imajo za viski delati, oziroma ne za viski delati, ampak v viski daje ice cubes, poznamo, ne, ledene pikice. Da sicer je to država, kjer je zelo velik vulkanov gejzirov, oziroma vemo, ne, izbruhi vode, in da te vulkani so še vedno aktivni in če se spomnite, oziroma vi se ne spomnite, da
Vsi so aktivni, ali je?
verjetno vsi niso, da je bilo nekje pred 5-6 leti ona ostala na Finskem, ker je takrat ta vulkan izbruhnil in kaj se zgodi, ne samo da gre lava ven, ampak gre v zrače, potem takrat letala ne more leteti. No, to je bil takrat, ko ona takrat bila na Finskem, pa bi mi mogli iti v Anglijo, takrat, ko sem bila jaz noseča. Tako, in potem so sicer vseeno šli, no, so se pa starši zelo je bilo tako razgreto, ker takrat so bila letala vsa prizemljena, nič ni smelo, pa tudi Mateja je takrat mogla, ne? Tako da takrat letala ne letijo, ne? Zato lahko tudi zelo taka navadna situacija. Vidimo dalje.
This is Iceland as well. And then you see where it's green, along the coast we live, where all the green spots are, but where this brown one or yellow one are, we don't live because this is only mountains and rocks and stones and volcanoes, yes, and glaciers. So we don't, but we can, during the summertime, we can drive through to north or east. But in the winter, that's only July, August. And then you have to have four-wheel drive. And you can, of course, walk. Hike. We have small houses there, cabins. And you can sleep there with your sleeping bag, but you cannot live here. There are no houses, only this sleeping accommodation. So, I live in Reykjavik with my husband and with my family, but I was born here, Seyðisfjörður. I will briefly show you this is a very steep and long fjord. Yeah. On the east coast. So it is in the winter time. Very briefly to tell you, we have high mountains, very high mountains. The mountains are so high that you don't see the sun in the winter time. In the winter time, in the middle of October, the sun disappears. In the middle of February, it comes again. So you know that.
Spravi, gre nam pokazati tam, kjer je zeleno, tisto območje, tisto, ki je ponaseljeno, vse tisto, ki je bilo pa malo bolj rjavo, pa bolj rjavo so pa hribi, tam pa v bistvu ljudje tudi so take majhne koče, lahko greš polet v mesecu juliju, pa v avgustu na pohodniške, neke pohodniške izlete lahko narediš, takrat je tudi ta predel v Sloveniji, da so prehodni. No, zdaj nam je pokazala, v bistvu gospa živi v Reykjaviku, to je glavno mesto, svojo družino, ampak rojena pa je bila čisto na vzhodu države in je rekla, da nekje, ker so tako visoke gore, da nekje sredini oktobra sonce zvine, potem sonca več ne vidijo kar nekaj časa.
But in the winter time, in the summertime, we have light all the nights and all the days. And some other places, not here, but in up north, they have the sun the whole night and the whole day. So there's an endless day, but here is an endless night in the winter.
Spravi, polet imajo noč in dan je v bistvu dan, se pravi, da je sonce skozi sveti, potem pa imajo tudi noč takrat, kot je dan, se pravi, da je enako. Tudi nam je zdaj odgovorila na vprašanje, tako da ga lahko tudi naše vprašanje razpravi.
I remember.
Maja ima vprašanje, pač Maja, da daš vprašanje, govorim.
They want to ask me now?
That's fine. She has the same question for you, but he just explained about nights and days.
About nights. And as we were living, my husband and I, in Germany, we were studying there and living many years in Germany, and we got 2 sons. And as the oldest was 5, we moved to Norway. And we moved not on the top of Norway, you know, Norway is a very long country, but we moved very long up to north. And as we were in Norway. Our son, he was always going to sleep in Germany at 8 o'clock. Many children at 6 o'clock, but he was at 8 o'clock. And in Norway they played until 12 o'clock outside, because it was light, it was sunny, and they were having a good time. And then our son said, Mom, why am I going to sleep at 8 o'clock when the other kids are playing till 12 o'clock? So we said, of course, go out, play. And in Iceland we play as well. Very good.
What when you have to wake up in the morning to go to school?
No, it is in the summertime.
Gospa gospod sta živela kar nekaj časa v Nemčiji, imata 2 sina in ko je bil sin star 5 let, so se poselili na Norveško, čist na sever Norveške in takrat tudi je imajo dan, ne? In sin je bil navaden, šel ob 8 spat, tukaj so se pa otroci do polnoči igrali zunaj, ker pač je bil dan. In potem je vprašal sin, pa zakaj mama moram jaz ob 8 spat? Rekla, malo pa dobro, pa se tudi tiše igra, ne? Zato je rekla, da takrat, ko je pač dan, gre za čas počitnic, da bo jasno, ne? Gre za čas počitnic, ne takrat, ko se je treba potem zjutraj ob 6 vstati v šolo, ampak ker je dan, se lahko otroci pač dlje časa igrajo.
This used to be my house when I was little. I was living here, the next place, and that's how it looked like. And then you can see this mountain is very close to my house. Now I know the house was built too close to the mountain, because now and then we have snow coming down and taking the house and the people. But I'm here, so okay. I don't think så ansvar för alla det vi har så liten timme gör. Vi är för bra fram. Ja, det har du av. Ja. Ja. Nej. Nej, av. Ja. Those were my kids. As they were small, I was telling them a lot of stories. Now they are big, and I'm not telling them stories anymore, but they are telling those kids stories, and those are my grandkids. 3 of them are living in America, and the other 6 are living, 5 are living in Iceland. And those 2, they are going to be writers, like grandmother, and this will write in Icelandic, and this will write in English.
Spravi ima 3 otroke, zdaj so že veliki, več jim radi brati pravljico, ampak ima pa 9 vnukov, 3 živijo v Ameriki, 5 jih živi v Sloveniji, prvi 2 so se odločili, da bo tudi pisateljice, kot babica, in prva je pisala v svojem jeziku, spravi v slovenščini, druga pa v ameriškem oziroma angleškem jeziku.
We have a big tradition in our family to tell stories. We are always telling a story, and they keep telling stories as well.
V naši njihovi družini je zelo velika tradicija, da si pač govorimo zgodbice in ta tradicija se kar nadaljuje in tudi oni že dalje govorijo zgodbice.
Those were my first 3 books written for children, and this is the original one. This is the same as you have been reading here. Engill í Vesturbænum in Icelandic, and there you see a couple of them translated to other languages. And there you have yours. You know that book. I heard you have been reading that book, so you know it. And I think we stopped with next. No. Oh yeah. Oh no. Okay. This is the angel I found in my apartment. I found this angel in my apartment, and I'm always carrying it with me when I'm abroad. I hope I didn't lose it. So, I found this angel in my apartment, and I don't know where it came from. It was one day standing there and looking at me And I have no clue where it came from. My husband didn't bring it, my children didn't, my grandchildren, no. But it was there. And I made a story of this. Yes. Okay, that was the beginning. And then we are to the book. And I think maybe I should read a bit and you read a bit. Or would you like to have the questions first? No, we are do the reading first.
Yes. Zdaj, če ste te nekaj naslovnic v jezike, v kateri je bila njena knjiga prevedena, zadnja je tudi naša, Angel v sosedščini, v sosedski in tako je začelo, v bistvu tega Angelčka je našla v svoji hiši, kar nekaj ne je bil tam, vprašala je žače, prinesla otroke, vnuke, vnukinje, nihče ni ga prinesel, potem se ona odločila, da bo to osnova za njeno knjigo. In potem je začela pisati knjigo in zdaj bo prebrala eno zgodbico v svojem jeziku, potem pa nadaljujemo v slovenščini.
So try to listen and to understand. You know the story, so you might understand something. Blokkin mín. Blokkin mín. Ég bý með mömmu í gamalli blokk vestur bæ. Pabbi býr í Grafarvoginum. Stundum er ég hjá honum. Blokkin er með þrennum útidyrum og mörgum íbúðum í hverjum stigagangi. Það eru 49 tröppur upp til okkar. Samt erum við ekki efst uppi. Á einni hæðinni eru skórnir alltaf í hrærigraut á stigapallinum. Ég raða þeim eftir stærð þegar enginn sér til. Sumar íbúðirnar eru dularfullar. Ég held að það búi varúlfur í kjallaranum. So please, who's going to read for me? Thanks.
Moj blok. Z mamo živim v starem stanovanjskem bloku v zahodnem delu mesta. Očka živi v predmestju Grafenhoek. Včasih grem k njemu. Naš blok ima 3 vhodov, na vsakem stopnišču pa je veliko stanovanj. Do najinega stanovanja vodi 49 stopnic. Ampak nismo na vrhu. V enem izmed nadstropij so čevlji na podestu vedno nagrmadeni na kupu. Ko nihče ne gleda, jih uredim po velikosti. Nekatera stanovanja so skrivnostna. Mislim, da v kleti živi volk.
I understood almost everything. Okay, should we read a little bit more? You wrote this one, read this one? Okay. I don't think I have to read more. You understand everything in Icelandic. Would you please come and read for us?
Angel v hiši. V našem bloku je angel. Zadnjič sem ga srečal na stopnicah. Letel je navzdol, ko pa me je zagledal, je takoj pristal. Zložil krila in se pretvaril, da je ženska v dolgi beli obleki. Njegova aura je bila nenavadna, skoraj kot zlat klobuk. Živjo, sem zdaj slijal. Nič ni rekel, samo pogledal me je. Njegove oči so bile nebeško modre, vendar so se lesketale. Bile so tople kot sonce. Potem se je nasmehnil, meni pa je postalo vroče. Nisem se premaknil. Stal sem mirno kot skala in strmel, kot strmeča skala. Potem se je zmuznil mimo mene in se stopil po stopnicah. Bil je bos, držal se je za stopniščno ograjo in na njegovem hrbtu sem videl zložena krila. Ko je prišel v spodnje nadstropje, je spet poletel. Slišal sem prhutanje kril in stekel z njim vse do kleti, ampak našel nisem ničesar. Potem sem se spomnil v podvaka. Vrata njegovega stanovanja so se odprla. Ozrl sem se naokoli, da bi našel zavetje, ampak pobegnil sem, lahko samo na stopnice. Stekel sem navzgor, preskakujoč 2 stopnici hkrati, za sabo pa sem slišal njegovo sopihanje. Uspelo mi je priti skozi vrata, zalokutil sem jih in angel ni ga bilo na spregled.
Thank you. There we have the angel, now we have the werewolf, and we have the angel. And on the next page we have the werewolf trying to behave like an angel, but he is not. And what did we have as, ska vi ta om det med hästgubbarna? No, we haven't got it. Okay. This is the guy. Yeah, you know it because you have the. Okay. This is the little guy Asper. I love this picture because there they are flying on the umbrellas. In Iceland, we will never use umbrella. We cannot use umbrella. Do you know why? Somebody in one school said, you don't have to because you always have the sun. No. Why can't we not use umbrella? Because if we have rain, we have wind. And if you have wind, you cannot use umbrellas, you will fly. Take your way. So we never use it. So I love this yellow flying. Okay, next story was the story very swimming, or very, yeah. Okay.
Mojemu očku je ime Peter. Ga konec tedna obiščem, greva plavati. Najprej se mi je zdelo dolgočasno in se mu nisem hotel pridružiti. To pa zato, ker sem se bal globoko vode v bazenu. Prepričan sem bil, da so tam spodaj pošasti, ki bi me s seboj potegnile na dno. Krčevito sem se oprijel v robo bazena in hotel sem ostati le v bazenčku za otroke. Čeprav sem bil zato že prevelik, velikokrat sem videl, kako so na površje priplavale pošasti. Mogoče so mislili, da jih nihče ne vidi, a jaz sem jih videl. Nekatere so bile zelene in sluzaste, druge vijoličaste z rdečimi očmi in neštetimi lovkami, kot hobotnice. Sanjal sem o pošastih in lovkah, ki so zgrabile kričeče otroke in jih požrle. Zbudil sem se moker od potu in z bolečinami v trebuhu. Očka me je vprašal, zakaj sem v spanju zakričal. Povedal sem mu, kaj sem sanjal. Obljubil mi je, da mi bo vedno stal v strani in bo vsakič kupil pico, če bom vsaj malo plaval z njim. Oblogo bom lahko izbral jaz. Včasih sem si pri plavanju zmeril in sem se moral prijeti očka, ker sem začutil, kako se je okrog moje noge ovila zastavlovka, ki me je vlekla na dno. Toda kljub temu sem vztrajal. Zdaj plavava križem po bazenu in tudi glava sem se že potukal. In kaj nakoli pokukam, nikjer ne vidim niti ene samčake pošasti. Verjetno so vse izginile. Morda so spuhtele v trak ali pa so odletele. Ko sem to povedal očku, je bil zelo vesel. Tisti dan sva šla po veliko pico, Coca-Colo, pomfri in še česno kruh.
Večerno branje. Moji mami je ime Freja, dela v knjižnici. Kako ji le uspe, da pri delu ne zaspi? Vsi potiho govorijo in nekateri celo šepetajo. Sam takoj postane utruden. Izberi si knjigo in v kotu zakleniti. Če bi bila mama voznica avtobusa ali blagajničarka v supermarketu in med njenim delovnim časom ne bi mogel tako pogosto obiskati. In če bi bila pilotka ali žegovodja, bi bilo še težje. Ko pride mama domov, s seboj prinese knjige. Vsak večer prebereva eno poglavje, če je lepo vreme. Sicer pa prebereva veliko poglavij. Ob nekem noro slabem vremenu sva prebrala polovico knjige. Nato je zmanjkalo električnega toka in ob sveči sva brala pozno noč. Bilo je krasno.
For your reading. I think you have prepared some questions for me. Should we maybe see if I can answer this question? Let's try.
The story Angel in the Neighborhood takes place in Grafenburg. Where is this place situated and what is it known for?
Grafenburg is in Reykjavik, in the capital. Reykjavik is the capital, and it is old. It is not in the center. It is. This is the center where I live. I live here. Then Grafenburg is maybe here, but it is still Reykjavik. And it is a new, those are new houses there, and it's very beautiful there, but this is, those are people living with many kids. There are many children in Grafenburg.
Prvo vprašanje je bilo, zakaj je v bistvu zgodbica postavljena v Grafenburg. Gospa je povedala, da je to del Reykjavika, glavnega mesta, in da je to nov predel s novimi stavbami in da tukaj živijo predvsem družina, kjer je veliko malih otrok.
The main character is called Askur. His name can be translated as working tree and the first human on earth. Why did you choose this name?
Because I think the name is beautiful. For me, it's a beautiful name. And this guy is a non-special guy. And he is not so happy with his name because we have men or boys that have this name in Iceland, Askur. And we have girls that have the name Embla. She was the first woman on the earth. But we don't have men. So I wanted to have a beautiful name, but not every boy has. And then I chose this name.
Vprašanje bo, zakaj je bilo v bistvu ime glavne, oziroma je ime glavne osebe Askur. Gospa je povedala pisateljica, da je Askur zato to pomeni kot prvi, pomen ima prvo drvo oziroma prvo človeško bitje na zemlji, če pogledamo, odkot prihaja to ime. In je rekla, da je hotela izbrati neko ime, ki ne bi bilo tako pogosto. Sicer je obstaja dosti fantov, ki imajo to ime, ampak še vedno nekaj posebnega pomeni, ker je to pač poseben deček.
What do the words aura and saga mean in your story?
What is the word
Aura.
aura? Aura. You say aura and you say aura.
Now we say aura too, but we translate in English, and she was having problems, and I said, no, aura.
Let's use the aura. What does it mean? You are asking about.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, every ancients have aura. And I am trying to make an angel alive. And of course it has to have an aura, because without aura it is no angel. But my illustrator is Halla Solveig Þorgeirsdóttir. Yes, that's something for you. She wanted, we worked very good together, and she wanted to make this aula like a cap. That was her idea, and I think that's good. Yeah.
Vprašanje bilo, kaj je aura. Mi smo se pripravili, da smo povedali, da je aura, ne v angliščini je aura, pa vidimo, da je v bistvu islandščina, pa slovenščina imajo ista beseda za aura. V bistvu ali gre za svetniški sil, lahko pa tudi gre, ne vem, če se kdo bolj z duhovnostjo ukvarja, imamo ljudje različne aure. Nekateri tudi gledajo, ne vem, po barvah, da imaš rumeno auro, oranžno, vijoličasto, črno auro, belo in potem meni, kakšen človek si. Ona si je želela ustvarjati kot angela in angel ne bi imel to lepo auro, svetniško, nekaj dobrega.
How did you come up with the idea to include an angel on the one hand and a werewolf on the other into your story?
I thought it was interesting because when you think of an angel, you think of something nice, warm, light, something you want to know. But when you think of a werewolf, you're afraid. You are so afraid. We don't have wolves in Iceland, but we are all afraid of wolves. We have heard about them from abroad. And a werewolf is not better. So I wanted to have a good one and a bad one.
V zgodbicah sta predstavljena dve osebi, na eni strani angel, na drugi strani pa Godlak. Zaradi tega angel predstavlja nekaj kot dobrega, nekaj toprega, nekaj, kar bi rad ubil, na drugi strani pa werewolf, pravi Godlak predstavlja nekaj temnega, nekaj mračnega. In če dobro pomislimo, tudi takšno življenje, ni verjetno samo svetlo, pa ni samo temno, ampak imamo obe strani, ki se včasih potem malo pripletata. Hvala.
When reading a story, you can trace several diversities and the attitude of the environment towards them. A score says that it is forbidden to be different. How do diversity and mobbing show in your world, your real world?
Political question.
Yes. I don't know what to answer. You mean if I'm using that words or how the situation is?
Your situation. How do you experience that? Do you experience that?
Yeah.
In real life or not?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I thought. It is like that. We have mobbing. I'm sorry to say, I wish I could say, no, we don't have mobbing. But we do. We do at schools, in life, by grown-up people. We have mobbing as well. We have mobbing all around. And I was trying to find a way to tell how it is, and then to tell in the end that it is going a little bit better for us. I think it is I think you have to work with this, because at schools, I know that from my children, and I know that from my grandchildren. They have a lot of mobbing. It is when you go to gym in Iceland, my children hate to go to gym, because there are always somebody that there are kids were mobbing, taking him to the cold shower, or stealing his trousers or something. And many times my son was so upset as he came home from school and told me about somebody who had been mobbed. And I said, why didn't you help him? Why didn't you help him? Like I said in the story. Because if I help him, they will take me. And then he cried. And I think it is very good to talk about this. That's why I did.
Ja, zelo taka zanimiva, ne vem, kako se tukaj se razume. Izraz mobbing, ne vem, koliko poznate. Izraz mobbing v bistvu bolj kot verbalno nasilje oziroma neko šikaniranje ali to na delovnem mestu, ampak tega tudi med vami se zelo veliko dogaja. Predvsem med vami bolj bullying, bi rekla, bolj neko tako fizično nasilje, ko nekoga malo porineš, pa nekoga malo brcneš, pa to in to tisti narediš. In že ona rekla, da je to tudi ona bi se vselem rekla, da tega ni v njenem resničnem življenju, ampak seveda tako je v njenem resničnem, kot je v našem. In predvsem se zaveda, da je tega tudi veliko v šolskih klopeh, ker ima s tem vlastne izkušnje, ko so njeni otroci hodili v šolo. Predvsem so bili težave, ko so mogli iti na športno vzgojo, ko so šli v telovadnico, ko so se mogli povleči, pa je kdo koga dal pokladil tuš, pa mu je kaj skril, pa mu je ukradil plače in tako dalje. In potem je sin prišel domov, bil cel vznemirjen, joku. In potem ga je vprašala, ja pa zakaj pa nisi nekaj naredil, ne vem, da bi temu drugemu tudi pomagal. In rekel, ja, če bi pa jaz pomagal, bi še meni to naredil. In prav zaradi tega ona misli, da je zelo dobro, da se mi o tem pogovarjamo, da govorimo o tem na glas in pa tudi v zgodbici, ko se to pojavi, proti koncu, da pride res ta point je, da se stanje vseeno malo izboljša, da je nek napredek nekomu boljšemu stanju. Mislim pa, da vi precej boljši veste o tem, da vam jaz tole govorim in to, kaj počnete en drugo, pa le razmislite kdaj, ne? Kaj delate?
A school was called bad names such as being an idiot. How often does one experience being offended?
I think very often. But we try. We try at schools now to help. Not to close our eyes. Many years the teachers, the grown-ups did close their eyes. They didn't see their arms. But now they have opened their eyes. There is something we have to do about it. And I hope it is getting better. And in the break, you go out in the break to play or...
We don't go out. Well, they can leave the classrooms, but not out in the playground.
Okay, you can leave the classroom. And now we have somebody taking care of the group. Maybe you and two others. They take care of this group, and if they see something going on, they mix it. And that's how, and they do it themselves, and they try to help, so everyone can be a friend. Now we do it that way in our school.
Vprašanje je bilo, kolikrat si pa ti nekdo te užali? In je rekla, gospa pisatelj za zelo velikrat, verjetno tudi s tem se dosti vi ukvarjate. Pa vam kdo reče, pa ono stvar, pa tisto stvar, pa nisi oblečen, pa štrlečeš, predolgi lasi, predebel, presuh, kakorkoli, pretakšne oči, ono. In je rekla, da se zdi, da je zdaj situacija boljša, da včasih smo tudi mi odrasli kar pogledali na stran, ki smo se naredili malo gluhe, da zdaj pa bolj spremljamo situacijo, se trudimo, da bi bilo boljši in da pri njih ima tako narejeno, da v bistvu, ker na to so odmori, lahko grejo ven na igrišče in takrat naredijo prav skupinco, tako rekla, kot da bi vzeli teh 5, bo skrbeli za to skupinco in ko bo pošlo do načesa v tej skupinci, bo pošlo dalje potem poročati učiteljem.
Excuse me, you have no mobbing here? No?
Yes.
You have. That's what I thought.
How would you describe your teenagers?
My teenagers, I think they are quite normal. I hope they are normal.
Kako bi opisali vaše najstnike, normalne, tako da so vsi najstniki po celem svetu, približno imamo kar iste smernice. Okay.
Oscar is described as a modest, cautious, fearful, but respectful boy. Why does he see danger in all situations?
I didn't understand.
Why does he see danger in all situations? Like, I know he sees something bad or something waiting for him to happen.
Why do you think? No, I think if you are afraid, he has not many friends. Mom and dad don't live together anymore. He wants mom and dad to come together again. He is insecure, he don't know what to do, he don't know how to behave, and his hair is, he don't like his hair, he don't like himself, he's afraid. And I think that's because of that. He sees something all over.
Zakaj je nevarnost povsod? Predvsem verjetno zaradi tega, ker ni zadovoljen sam s sabo, ni zadovoljen s svojim lasmi, ni zadovoljen s svojim obrazom, mama in oče sta ločena, on želi, da bi mama pa oče nazaj skupaj živela in zaradi tega, ker je tako nesiguren sam od sebe, potem tudi vidi pač nevarnost oziroma neko slabo stvar, da se mu bo zgodila v vsaki situaciji, ki jo on doživi.
Oscar's parents are divorced. How does Oscar deal with them being divorced? What did you want to tell the young readers with that?
Oscar would very much like to help the guys and the boys or the girls that are being at school. He would so much like it. And his dream about being one of those who comes and takes over and helps the good guy. Yeah. But he cannot because he's afraid. And he's afraid. And I'm trying to tell we have to behave, the old ones like me and the grown-ups, we have to behave and learn kids how to behave and how to be nice to each other. Why can't we be nice to each other? Why can't we? Why don't we have to? I don't understand, but there are so many.
Spravi, ona se zelo živela sanja o tem, da bi on bil tako močan, da bi lahko prišel do neke situacije, da bi tistega pretepil in da pomagal bi tistemu, ki je pa v neki stresni situaciji, ampak sam tega enostavno, vsem temu, da sanja o tem, da se želi, se tega ne zmore. Enostavno ga je preveč strah. In pisateljica se sprašuje, zakaj ne moramo biti prijazni od drugega? Zakaj vedno nastopimo z neko silo, z nekim nasiljem, nek nagrdi način? Zakaj ne rajš to, da se objamemo in naredimo nekaj dobrega?
Oscar is used to living a modest life, but he still wishes for many things, real and unreal. How does he conquer his wishes? How can we, the young, satisfy our wish for material goods?
Can you explain it to me a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. So he wants things, right?
Yeah,
he wants
he
things.
does.
Yeah, even though they don't have the means to buy things.
Okay.
So today's life, teenagers, they want and want and want and want and want material things. What can we teach them? How can we teach them that this is not all there is to life?
A good question, very good question. How can we teach you? That's the problem. No, that is no problem if you are talking together. In many homes, people don't talk together, and when there is something, they go and buy something for you because they want to be nice. And then they go, they leave. And then it becomes like a habit. You get things, I buy things for you, instead of we should sit down and talk together. Talk about what is meaning in life. It is not meaning in life to get everything. It is meaning in life to talk together and to find out and to be a family and to not having everything. You doesn't want to have everything. I know many, or I know children in Iceland who get many things, and that is mainly because father and mother don't have the time for them. They're always running, they are working, they are doing this and that, and nobody has time for the children. And this poor child is alone, and he has no one to talk to. He talks goes to television and yeah, instead of talking to mama and papa, grandma and grandpa, or friends. So I think I'm trying to, of course he would like to have things because they have no money. But I don't think money is all.
Bom, ste kar veliko razumeli, ne? Ja, tu mislim, da se na našo situacijo tole zelo dobro vnaša. Vse, ko pa se jaz poznala, pa že moj sin, ko še ni toliko star, ko vi, jaz bi pa to bi imel, pa brez tega pa ne moram živeti, samo še to si želim, ne? Hočemo, vsi po nekih materialnih dobrih. Zdaj v vašem obdobju, ko pa zgledam moje, ne, kakšen telefon, ne, iPhone 7 in tako, ne, vedno si nekaj želite. Se posedali s svojimi starši doma, ki se z njimi pogovarjali, vam starši, že zaradi tega, ker verjetno to imajo take službe, nimajo veliko časa, se jim vedno mudi, pa skuhati, pa v službo in tako dalje, in vas včasih tudi mogoče odpravijo s tem, da pa tisto potem kupijo in potem je mir. Potem se tudi vi navadite, da ko začnete, namesto da bi se pogovorili o stvareh, dobite to stvar, pa tisto stvar, pa ovo stvar. Ampak morate se zavedati, da pomen sveta ni v materialnih dobrih. Zelo lepo je, če lahko, ne, do neke mere, ampak da ima denar ni vse, ampak da bi morali delati na tistih naših dobrinah znotraj, se pravi, da je to dobrota in podobne stvari. Tako da, ne zamislite se, v bistvu tudi kako vi živite, kako dobro mi živimo vsi skupaj, mogoče proti nekaterim, ki pa res nimajo, ne toliko mi, ampak res nič.
Thank you.
We have some questions about Iceland, but you answer most of it, so we'll see what we have and what we don't have yet.
Okay. It's up to you.
Iceland is the most northern situated country in Europe. How long are the days and the nights?
The night is very long in winter. The night are so long in winter, during the winter time and dark, but in the summertime there is no night, there is light and sun, and I have always the feeling when I go to sleep during the summertime, I shouldn't sleep. Why on earth am I going to sleep? It's maybe 2 o'clock, but it is daylight and people are walking around and maybe playing, I don't know. But in the winter time, I have the feeling I have to sleep endless. So it's very different.
Torej, to smo že prej slišali, da po zimi je noč v bistvu skozi in ima občutek pisateljica, kot da bi lahko kar naprej spala, medtem ko poleti pa je skozi sonce, in ima tudi občutek, ne vem, se ob 2 zjutraj zbudi, pa je zunaj sonce, pa zakaj pa jaz sploh spim, ne? Tako da je zelo malo za nas bil kar weird feeling, verjetno.
Are there all seasons present in Iceland?
All seasons.
Yeah, like winter, summer.
Yeah. Winter is Australia. It depends on. Spring is coming. We don't know when the spring comes. It depends on the winter, how much snow we have. Like I said before, you can only come from south to north through the glacier in July and August. It can be a very long winter. We can have a very long summer. We had wonderful summer this year with the sun and everything. 2 months we had up to 25 degrees, I think that was amazing. But our autumn can be long as well, but you never know. In Iceland you go out in the rain and you come home in the summer. And it has changed 5 times as you were in the city. It is always changing.
Skoraj letni časi so, zima je zelo dolga, od zime tudi potem odvisna kakšna pomlad, kdaj pride, ne more zdaj točno več kot pomine, približno vemo, kdaj pride. Potem poletje so spet dolga in spet potem jesen malo krajša in potem zima daljša. Tudi dnevi so zelo različni. Menja se enkrat dela sonce, greš vam po soncu, pa prideš domov v dežju, tako da tudi to vreme se lahko kar 5-krat na dan zamenja. Tako da prej se slišal, da dežnikov sploh ne uporabljajo, takrat, ko pa dežuje, pa tudi veter zelo močan in bi tudi dežnike in odpihano. Tako da dežnikov na Islandiji ne uporabljajo.
Thank you. Thank you.
I imagine Iceland is a country of ice. What are summers like?
They are right. Our summers are not warm, not so warm, but they are so dry. And the dryness is the summer for us.
Poletje so zelo svetla, niso tako vroče, kot se mogoče misli. Mislim, da se pravi, največ stopinj je tam nekje 25, to je že na njih že ona top, ampak so pa zelo svetla.
What do the citizens do for a living? What economic sectors are developing most?
Oh, I don't understand.
What do people do for a living? What economic sectors? Like, what do they live off?
Oh,
Is it factories? Is it agriculture?
yeah, we have everything. We have agriculture. It's growing. We have factories. We are fishing. We have many that are fishing. But my youth is quite new. Not quite new. 5 years old maybe. It started. We get so many tourists to Iceland now. They all want to come to Iceland. I hope you will all come to Iceland. We have so many tourists coming to visiting us now that we earn our living by tourism.
Se pravi, kateri gospodarske panoge in je rekla gospa pisateljica, da tudi kmetijstvo je sicer razvito, ampak v zadnjih 5 letih pa je najbolj se razvija turizem, da toliko turistov pride, da ljudje že v bistvu živijo kar od tega.
How are the Vikings and the Danish connected to your country?
The Vikings and the Danish. The Vikings and the Danish, the Vikings came from Norway and from Denmark, but mostly from Norway. That were people that had no place to live in Norway and they wanted to have a new life. So they sailed to Iceland. So and on the way to Iceland, they sailed to Ireland and Scotland. And do you know what they were doing there? Taking the women with them and taking slaves. And so the Viking, we have our blood, my blood does come from the Norwegian people, maybe from the Danes, but much more from Norway. But many have Irish blood. And they say, we have got Irish blood, the one I'm So I usually say I'm an Irish princess. Because they took all of them. No, not all, but many.
Vprašanje bo, kako so zdaj vikingi povezani s Islandijo in sicer tako, da je to bil narod, ki je prišel z Norveške in ker tam niso imeli kje živeti, so hoteli si ustvariti nek prostor za življenje v Islandiji, še prej so pripluli na Irsko in tam so odpeljali ženske in pa sužnje, tudi ona je rekla, da ima v sebi neke irske krvi in ta irska kri se zelo vidi po laseh, ker so take oranžkasto rdeče barve in da Ja, princesa Irska in da tudi... Princesa Irska. Vete, da Irci poznate tako, malo tako, kot recimo moj Dimitri, čeprav ni iz Irske, je iz druge države, ni Slovenija, ampak na takšne laske imajo, tako neki, imajo vse, pride potem to ven čez neki generaciji. Okay, so we're done with questions.
You are done with questions? Okay.
Maja Reja?
Maybe some of you are going to Iceland one day. Shall I sign it in Icelandic or in English or in German? Or what?
Can we do one? English and one in Polish.
Oh, yes.
Pisala with lots of love. Zgubię.
I write it in two.
How do you say that in your language?
With lots of love, in Icelandic, með ástarkveðju. Með ástarkveðju, with lots of love. That is very important if you come to Iceland, to know that. Right? And again, same or something else. Something else.